Ooh, ooh, ooh. When the moon is in the seventh house and Jupiter aligns with Mars, then peace will guide the planet and love will steer the stars. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. Age of Aquarius. Aquarius, Aquarius. Dearies, it is Psychic Bob, and like if I didn't rupture your eardrums, then you're a lucky person. Well, welcome to our channel tonight. Oh my gosh, so many of you here. Well, this is exciting. Well, welcome. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Bob Hickman, and I'm a psychic medium and astrologer. You have arrived at my channel, Spirit Channel. Welcome. Tonight's Monday night, and we always do astrology. You know, here at Spirit Channel, we got something every day of the week. We really do. And Mondays, we gather and we study the stars. And I give you my interpretation of what is going on in this cosmos. Not only do I give you all the major transits of the week, which we're going to do here in just a little while, but we also do individual horoscopes. So everybody here tonight is going to get a little psychic help. And I always tell people, I say, come, if you can, bring a little notepad, take some notes, because I'm going to cover a lot of stuff and you'll want to remember it. And this is a great show. If maybe you can't get a private reading or you can't do messages show or something, come on Mondays, because I give you a little snapshot of what's going on all week. Every day we talk about. And so you know how to prepare for your week. I am so glad you guys are here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Anyways, Lamb Chop is over in my jewelry box now. I don't know what he's into. He said, Psychic Bob, can I go and wear a piece of astrology jewelry out of your collection? I said, okay, I'm going to trust him because he asked nicely. Lamb Chop, are you ready? Come over here. Yeah, come over here. Here, what do you got going on? There you are. All right. Oh, look at you. What are you wearing tonight? Oh, yes, that's my famous 1970s Zodiac pin. Look what Lamb Chop's wearing tonight. He's got on the Zodiac wheel. This is a pewter and enamel Zodiac wheel. I don't know if you can see it. Got a little glare here. But it's the Zodiac wheel, similar to our tapestry back here. It's got the signs of the Zodiac on it, going all the way. That's really nice. You like wearing that? All right, very good. Now, remember we had a little talk earlier. Do you remember what your Zodiac sign is? That's right, your Aries. Yes, Aries. No, Cola's wrong. You're not a Capricorn. She's messing with your head. Anyways, I am so glad you're here. Well, welcome, Lamb Chop. Look, we got a lot of people here now. There's Baroness Colabobs. Baroness, thank you. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Baroness Colabobs is here. She's our moderator. Guys, pay attention. She's got important announcements, which I'll talk about in a minute. There's B. LeClaire is here. There's Christine C. There's Jude Real Cassandra. Hey, Jude Real. There's Robin Boston. Lamb Chop says hi, Robin. Oh my gosh, there's Denise Welch is here. Yay, she's really great. And B. LeClaire is here. Oh my gosh, there's Deborah Allen. Yay, and Christine C. Welcome to our show tonight, guys. How nice to have all of you here. All right. Well, I think it's going to be a good night. I'll tell you why. One, Lamb Chop is learning to ask permission before taking things. So he asked nicely, could he wear some astrology jewelry out of my collection? Because I got a big collection of jewelry. And so he's wearing this pendant. And I'm wearing my pendant. Look what I got on tonight, Lamb Chop. This is my vintage 1970s Aquarius pendant with little crystals around it. Isn't that cool? Guys, some of you are old enough to remember the 70s. But big gold chains and gold jewelry was all. This is from that era. Hold on, I'm going to go over there and sit down. Okay, I'm going to show them this. All right, go on over there. Yeah, there you go. Very good. Yeah, we'll say right there. Anyways, this pendant is from the 1970s, and it's an Aquarius. But oops, hold on, I can't see it here. Isn't that beautiful? It's done in gold and shining. says Aquarius, and it's got little diamonds around it. I don't think they're real diamonds, but they might be. You know, sometimes you buy stuff at a yard sale and it ends up being really expensive. I've had that happen. I don't think it's real gold, though. But I just love it because it's from that era. And, you know, I love my vintage jewelry. Also, got to show you some fun stuff. I got a new Zodiac shirt. You know, I love to wear Zodiac t-shirts. And this is my new Aquarius shirt. Isn't this cool? Now, sometimes the ancient Greek and Roman god of Neptune, or something called Poseidon, his Greek name is Poseidon, his Roman name is Neptune, is used to represent the sign of Aquarius. And so this is him pouring water into the earth. And look at the stars. I think it's kind of magical looking, huh? Do you like that? It's like about styling in my astrology where I'm feeling it. You know, I get excited about astrology. Well, you know, today is my day off. It's Monday. Oops, hold on, let me get this on right. And by the way, am I broadcasting okay? Can you all hear me out there? Because I've got some important stuff to talk about here. I mean, everything's important, but this is really seriously urgent. Okay. Yep. Okay. Thank you, Jude Real. Good to see you. Jude Real, Cassandra McGowan here. Yay. All right. We got to talk about some unfortunate news. Well, today is supposed to have been my day off, but unfortunately, I really didn't get a rest due to criminal activity. There is a lady who we have traced, Cola, and thank you to, I won't say your name right now till we get further along in the investigation. I have a few of you out there who've been helping me. I won't give out your identities right now. A few of you have been helping me with this today. I want to say thank you to those of you who've been helping me. You guys are wonderful. I love you. Thank you. There is a lady who is now making multiple accounts under my name, using my name, my image, my copyrighted logos over on Instagram, and it may be other places we're investigating it. We have traced her. We have been able to find out who she is. Her name is Ruth Akongo, and she has made multiple accounts, and she is stealing money from my clients. She is impersonating me. She is out of Kenya and Nigeria. She's from both countries, has lived in both. We have a whole background on her, which I won't go into. I'm saving that for my legal counsel. I'm meeting with attorneys this week to go after her legally. She has bilked my clients out of thousands of dollars. If you are approached by somebody claiming to be me, say, hey, this is Psychic Bob. I'm doing readings for $25. Give me your WhatsApp or meet me over on this place. Do not do it. Not only is it not me, she is not a real psychic. What happens is when you give her $25, she'll say, all my clients now, I only do in-person readings by phone or Zoom. She said, oh, I'm not doing phone readings. This is an email reading. Then she's giving death threat emails. She's sending people stuff saying, oh, your love life's getting better. By the way, there's a death curse on you. If you give me $2,000, I can make sure you're safe. Well, unsuspecting people who just know me from, television or see me around, don't really know me, have not bought a reading, don't know this is not me, nor is it my style. We don't do death threats and curse removals. She bilked one of my clients out of over $2,000. The lady thought it was me. It had been about 10 years since I read for her. She was so excited to hear from me. She said, Psychic Bob, anything you want. And she talked her into giving her $2,000. This is really, really bad. I have been in touch with PayPal because she has set up a PayPal account and is misrepresenting me over on PayPal and tried to get money that way as well. If you are approached, first of all, I don't approach people. I don't market and solicit readings. I have a website, and people who want to deal with me go through my website. There's only one place to contact Psychic Bob, and that's at PsychicBob.com. All right. Now, not only will you be cheated because you're not getting a real reading and it's not me, this person is also, when she gets a hold of you, when people start questioning and they say, "Are you really Bob? Like, let me see you. We used to talk," because she's talked to people who've known me for years. She sometimes, when she's really in a stuck position, this Ruth at Congo says, "Oh, actually, Bob is busy, but I'm helping him out now. So I'm doing the readings on his behalf." I have taken previous people to court for this a few years ago and won judgments against them. I intend to fully prosecute this lady. She's cost my clients thousands of dollars. She's using my copyrighted logos, names, and images. PayPal is involved. They're getting their security services involved. Federal authorities are now involved because she's doing this across state lines and across international lines. So the FBI is involved. Department of Homeland Security is involved because we believe the money could be tied to illegal, possible terrorist activity that she's collecting, and other authorities that I'm working with. I am going to be meeting with attorneys this week to bring a legal case against her. But if you are approached by somebody claiming to be me or represent me, do not give them anything, because not only will you get a false reading, the other thing is they're getting people's PayPal accounts and WhatsApp accounts, and they're hacking it. They have a team of hackers, and they're wiping out my clients financially. Some of you know, like with some people, their entire businesses run through PayPal. So they might have 5 or 10,000 in their account or even more. And I've had people tell me their entire accounts have been wiped out from this person. This is very serious. It's a high level of crime. And I want to say thank you to those of you who are in the background helping. I won't give your names out now because this is still ongoing. But thank you for your support today in helping break this down. Thank you to all the parties that have been investigating on my behalf. It's very serious. So I'm sorry to have to bring you down tonight, but I didn't get a day off today because I worked all day worrying about this and trying to repair damages. So anyways, it's just life. But thank you, Kristen. Kristen says, "It is sad. Anyone who really knows Bob can see through any scam." But you know what now, Christine, this is separate. They're figuring out my language patterns and using phrases I use sometimes, and it sounds like me even. I am going after her because I do have evidence that she has an operation base in the United States, as well as in Kenya, as well as in Nigeria. So she's operating 3 different locations. She is currently in the United States, and that's to my advantage legally. Cola is on guard watching this and helping me, as well as a few others of you here. And please, I ask you, if you're one of the people helping me, do not give out your name publicly. I need you to stay confidential right now for your protection as well as mine. So thank you. I will give you the glory when we get this to court, okay? Thank you so very much. Yes, she is right. Yes, Christine, she is in the U.S. We have traced her directly to, we know where she is. I'm going to be talking with the FBI further because I actually am able to get stuff quicker than the FBI at this point. And I think they're going to be impressed with our sleuth work. So anyways, it's very, very bad. Okay. So this is what's going on. But that being said, we're still going to have astrology night tonight because I needed something to look forward to. As you know, it's my day off. And people say to me all the time, "Well, say, why was your day off? Just stay off YouTube and relax." But to me, doing astrology is relaxing. Like that's something that calmed me down today, doing the astrology forecast. So that helped me be calm and happy again. I put on my astrology shirt and my jewelry. We got lamb chop dressed. It's all good. So thank you in advance. Also, I was going to tell you, this lady who's doing this is so smart. She's blocked me from access to sites under my name. She's gone in and blocked me so I can't see the activity or trace it. But that's all right. We have ways around that. Don't mess with Psychic Bob. You know, a lot of people think that I'm a softie, but a lot of people don't know I've been in business for over 30 years. I've probably seen about everything that can be done illegally in business. And I've taken people to court. Now, I'm not proud of that. I hate that I'd have to even do that, but you have to sometimes. When they're openly, flagrantly trying to destroy your livelihood, you have a right to defend yourself. Somebody out there is going to say, well, Psychic, I thought you're all peace and love. I am peace and love, but I can't be peace and love and help people if I'm destroyed. So self-defense is not wrong. The Wiccan Reed says, and it harm none, do as you will. But it also says you may harm if it's in defense. I'm not going to harm her, but I will give her an awakening. Let's put it that way. So Psychic Bob is on the move. We will take down the criminal gangs, and we will restore peace to the internet. Okay? Hi, Charles. Good to see you. Charles, it's a long story. You might have to go back and watch this at the beginning, but I have organized criminals who are operating to take down my business. We have the legal evidence. I'm meeting with attorneys and the FBI. And I had a meeting with PayPal today. They're impersonating me and using accounts to wipe out funds of people. Let me just tell you, Chuck, tell Tammy too. If anybody approaches you offering you discounted readings or said they're working with me, that is false. I do not offer discounted readings. Not only that, if you engage with them and try to get a reading, they will hack your PayPal. I've had clients have their finances wiped out, their bank accounts destroyed by these people. They're very vicious and very dangerous. So be warned, okay? The name of the lady, I'm giving her name out publicly, Ruth Congo. We have evidence. We have her own writing and admission of her activities. We have traced all of her leads, her IPs. We have everything documented. So we are going to go after her. I'm meeting with attorneys this week to also bring legal actions. She is based in 3 different locations. We have her on a number of federal charges: money laundering, misrepresentation, identity theft, funding terrorist activities. When I'm done with her, she'll be behind a federal prison cell for many years. And I have no hesitation to do this because she has done this to me multiple times. I have tried to let her go, shut it down, and she had the nerve after this last one. I had to meet with Instagram directors to stop this. Instagram stopped it, then she turned around and did it again. And I did give her warnings that I will persist. So I am now going after her with federal law enforcement, and we will shut her down. And she will be in prison. I will take her to court and go as far as I can with this. It's wrong. Anyways, thank you. All right. So if you're just tuning in, go back and watch this and you can see the rest of the info. But we are going to talk about what is going on in the stars tonight. Okay. What is going on in the stars? Well, by the way, I should probably tell you that this astrology forecast covers the time period of today, Monday, February the 13th, okay, 2023, through Sunday, February the 19th, 2023. So the 13th through the 19th, okay? Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you, your support. Thank you so much. Don't resort to any physical attacks. We don't have to do that. I'll have enough strong arm with the FBI on my side to really make her hurt. All right. So let's talk about some of the major transits right now. The transits are kind of the overall sky, what's going on in the major movements. Now, we're starting off our week here on Monday, February the 13th. By the way, 13 is a lucky number for me. So it's not Friday the 13th, it's Monday the 13th. So if Friday the 13th is bad luck, maybe Monday the 13th is good luck. That's how I'm going to think about it. All right. So, by the way, for those of you just tuned in late, look at my new Aquarius shirt. Isn't that cool? I'm feeling it. Aquarius, Aquarius. There's Melinda Tornay. Hello, Melinda. Hello, darling. I don't know if you were here earlier. You got to go check it out. A lot of drama going on, but I'm okay. Thanks for being here. There's Robert Stevens. Yay. Tammy and Chuck. You guys are great. Thanks for being here. All right, so what we got going on? Well, it's Monday, and today we're starting off with our sun, the glorious sun back here in the sign of Aquarius. And that's why I'm an Aquarius. I'm just feeling it. I am in my glory. Happy birthday to all of our Aquarius babies. If you're an Aquarius, I'm going to tell you, live this week up. This is our last week of superpower with the sun in our sign. That gives you extra power this week. So Aquarius has got a little extra blessing of power, okay? Now, let me tell you, next week, on Monday, on the 20th, the sun will move over into sign of Pisces. So happy birthday in advance to our Pisces. Next Monday night, we'll talk about Pisces. But we're in the last part of Aquarius now. Hey, Chuck's an Aquarius. Hey, good for you, buddy. Yay. My Aquarius brother, Chuck. Thank you, Chuck. So anyways, yes, we are now in the sun sign of Aquarius. We're starting off our week. That's air energy. Aquarius gives you kind of that innovative view. It makes you want to think about big thoughts and be very forward thinking. They always say Aquarians have their heads in the clouds. It's probably true. All right. Now, what else we got going? Well, to balance that out, all that air energy, we've got our moon today in the sign of Scorpio. Scorpio is a water sign. That opens that deep emotion. It's very grounding sort of. So if you're feeling ungrounded, that moon energy will help balance that out today. However, don't get too attached to the Scorpio energy, because tonight at 8:30, a little after our show, the moon is going to move over into the sign of Sagittarius, which is a fire sign. Okay, what does all this mean? Well, with our sun in Aquarius and our moon going over to Sagittarius, we're almost in Sag, so that influence is already being felt. That's going to give a lot of inspired thought today. We have our moon sextile Pluto today as well, which moon opens up inner knowledge. Pluto is the planet sometimes of hidden truths and mysteries. So today is a day when you want to solve mysteries. You'll have that inner knowledge. And like I say, for that lady who's been hacking me, that Ruth Akongo, she picked the wrong day to attack Psychic Bob, because with that moon sextile Pluto, I can go to the depths and get to the truth. So for all of you who are struggling to try to get stuff sorted and figured, just draw from that power, meditate on the moon, feel it, call on the powers of the cosmos. You're going to break through, okay? Now, there we go. Now, going into tomorrow on Tuesday, it's Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody here. What do we got going on for Valentine's Day? Well, it's going to be an interesting day, and I'm just asking y'all right now, be patient with your love, because our Sagittarius moon is going to be trine Jupiter. Now, that does open up a wealth of feeling, of knowledge, of generosity, of spirit. All right. So you're going to be feeling loving tomorrow. You're going to be feeling like, I just want to move forward. It's interesting because Valentine's Day tomorrow, some of you are going to feel like you just want to really commit to your relationships and move forward. However, put the brakes on, just slow down a little bit. Love is going to be there, but don't rush it, because we've got our moon square Neptune and our moon square Mercury. That means that even the best intentions tomorrow in communication could get a little wonky. That moon square Mercury makes people unclear of how they feel in their communication, a little blocked up. So if your lover says to you, I love you, let's commit to this relationship, and you want to, like, let's say you really feel it, but you might have trouble expressing it. And they might think, well, I guess she doesn't love me or he doesn't love me. But that's not true. So if you're talking to somebody you love and the conversation just goes a little wonky, just slow down, because that Sagittarius moon means your goal will be accomplished and generosity of heart will reign in the end. So don't jump to conclusions. We also have our moon square Neptune, which is a challenge because our moon governs our inner life. Neptune governs our psychic senses. So when we have the psychic planets not in a harmonious alignment, this may mean that you just feel a little off on your clarity psychically. So again, for Romance Day today or tomorrow on Tuesday, I want you guys to think, just be patient with your love. Don't jump to conclusions. Don't judge everything in the heat of the moment. Don't say, oh, they hate me. They're not communicating how much they love me. It's not the truth. It's just a little communication blocks. So don't let it turn into a lover's tiff and have a big drama. All right. Just be patient and be kind and be loving, and you're going to get through that. Okay. Unfortunately, I wish I had a better forecast, for Valentine's Day. But it is what it is, as they say. Okay. So there you go. All right. Now, what are we doing on Wednesday? We get to midweek. We've got our moon trine Mercury. Ooh, that means inner communications get restored. So whatever happens on Tuesday, by Wednesday, that energy comes back. We also have our moon moving over into the sign of Capricorn. That'll be around midnight, Wednesday night, going into Thursday morning. But that Capricorn energy is coming in. That'll give you a more sense of stability and grounding and clarity, and you move through things more quickly, okay? Time we get to Thursday, we've got our moon solidly in Capricorn, okay? Probably of all the days this week, Thursday is going to be probably our most challenging day here. And the reason I say that is we've got all squares that day. Squares mean challenge, blocked energies. Our moon is in Capricorn, which gives us a sense of stability. But we've got our Sun square Mars. Now, some of you remember before from when I talked about Sun square Mars. That is one of the most horrific transits because Sun square Mars means people just go mental. You might find on Thursday, like for example, you go to the gas station, right? Nobody's around. You're filling up your car, and somebody will just come up and accuse you of like stealing the gas pump from them when they weren't even there, and then get out of their car and start making a drama. Or you might be at a store and somebody says, you cut in line in front of me and I'm going to slap you. And you're like, nobody was even here. What are you talking about? People are going to be a little wonky on Thursday. So try not to get into confrontations. Somebody starts on you, just back away. You can't win when somebody's mental in Sun square Mars. It will be disaster. We've got our moon square Jupiter. Now, this is the one aspect that's probably the saving grace of the day. Squares, as I said, are challenging aspects, but it's ironic that when Jupiter is in play, it ends up being positive. So the only positive aspect is that the moon square Jupiter means your sense of well-being, your sense of generosity will come. Going to be a little slower because the square slows it down just a little bit, but you'll still kind of be able to maintain that inner balance and that sense of joy despite the craziness. Just don't get yourself in a big fight. But try to be very, very, very careful with your words on Thursday, because with that Sun square Mars, we also have Mercury square Mars. That means you're not going to say the right thing at the right time. You're going to get your words jumbled. So be very careful Thursday. Thursday is, it scares me when I look at this transit. I'm like, in my area, we have crazy people. By the way, I was going to tell you a story. This morning when I went out, I was going out shopping with Cola. 2 men jumped out of a car and started fighting in front of my bed, like literally fighting. And the police had to come. Then they ran off. Scary stuff. Some guy said something about, you owe me money. And the other guy was like, well, I don't owe you nothing. You owe me. I don't know what happened, but they got into it. Not good. That's that Sun square Mars. There's people, they actually got physically violent. So I'm just preparing you. Thursday is our danger day. Not try to scare. Doesn't mean don't go out of the house and be a recluse. Just be very aware of your surroundings. If you see a provocation, call the police and get away. Don't try to intervene and be the nice guy helping everybody be peaceful. You Libras out there, you could get yourselves in trouble, because I know Libras love to be the peacekeeper. Don't be peacekeeper, not you Libras especially. On Thursday, it is danger zone, okay? Not trying to scare you. I know you're like, Bob, you just scared us. The secret to astrology is understanding what's in motion, and then you can just step around it, okay? It's kind of like if a lawnmower is going across your lawn, right? And the guy's blind pushing the lawnmower, you step out of the way, you're going to get shredded. This is how you got to be Thursday. Step out of the way and don't get shredded. There's Psychic Bob's summary of that. How's that for you? All right. Here we go. Robert Stevens says, call in 6 Thursday. Got it. If you can, it might be good. All right. Either way, you'll get through it. Just remember that. Say a prayer to planet Jupiter to get you out of that mess. All right. Now we're going to Friday. Ooh, Fridays, things get better. Okay, remember, into every week, a little rain must fall. So we know that most of the week is all pretty good except for Thursday, okay? Now, Friday, we've got everything coming back into balance because we've got our moon sextile Neptune. We've got our moon sextile Mercury, and the sun is trine the moon. That is glory just waiting to happen. I'm telling you, that is glory. All right. Oh my gosh. So this is Psychic Power Day. If you've been saying, I want to get ahead of my psychic development, I don't know if I got a bone in my body that's psychic, Friday's your day. Start to study this week. Start to explore. In fact, Saturday is our psychic development class. I forgot to talk about that. If you are interested in doing psychic development, why don't you come out to our psychic development class? We're meeting on Saturday, 12 o'clock noon on Zoom. You can register for that class over at my website. 2-hour class of training by Psychic Bob. I limit that class to only 30 people. Why only 30? Because I like to personally work with everybody in the class. This is not a class where you just come and take notes and sit in the background. It's an interactive group where we do exercises to open your channels. We do exercises to test your skills. We're going to help you really step into your psychic power. Those of you who have worked with me know I put a lot of energy into that class, and I think we get really good results. I've been teaching psychic development for many years, and I know what I'm doing, and I have a good rep with it. So Friday is Psychic Power Day, and you might want to take that into Saturday because Saturday would be a good day to go to psych class. Why? Well, Saturday, let me tell you what we got going on here. Ooh, it's so good. It's glory weekend, I'm telling you. All right. Saturday, we've got our moon. Oops, hold on a second. Our moon is moving over into Aquarius. Now, for you Aquarians, we've got on Saturday our sun in Aquarius and moon in Aquarius. For you Aquarians, Saturday is your power day. And you got to step into it and name it and claim it. All right. It will also be a power aspect day for Libras and Geminis because that double air energy of sun and moon is compatible with Geminis and Libras. So you can draw some of that power, especially as well, because you're both air signs. Now, we've also got that day our moon sextile Jupiter. We've got Mercury sextile Pluto, and we've got Mercury moving into the sign of Aries that day. Do you know what all this means? This is our psychic power day and our business power day. These alignments help, for example, moon sextile Jupiter put you in the know in business dealings. Okay, that is like superpower, wealth, prosperity, blessings. Mercury sextile Pluto is that inner knowledge, that psychic power that gives you the edge and knowledge. You're a step ahead of everybody. Mercury, the planet Mercury, which is all about communications, is moving over into Aries. That is firepower. That is like bigger than life. Ooh. And I am telling you, Saturday is our psychic power day. So embrace it, name it, and claim it. Come out to Saturday psychic development class. All right, go to my website, PsychicBob.com, and register. Okay. There you go. Excuse me. Now, when we get into Sunday, it's still awesome. I mean, as I've told you guys, this week is a good week, except for Thursday. All right. Except for Thursday. We'll get through Thursday, though. Right. What do we got going on Sunday? Sunday, the 19th of February, we've got our moon trine Mars. That is inner wisdom and inspiration. We've got our moon a little later in the day moving over into Pisces, from Aquarius to Pisces. That further takes us into the psychic realm. We've got our moon aspecting Saturn. What does that mean? That's always an interesting transit. Moon aspecting Saturn. Saturn is the planet, I call it the brakes of the zodiac. It brings everything into a halt when it's out of control. So moon aspecting Saturn means you're going to touch in on a little bit of sense of better control. Things won't be chaotic. It's going to be a little more like, I don't want to say rigid. That's not the word. It's a little more structured. That's the word. So if you've been feeling a little whacked out all week because of Thursday, time you get to Sunday, the moon aspecting Saturn will give you a sense of control. Okay. And then we've got our moon, whoa, trine Venus. What's that mean? Ooh, that means You feel sexy. You look sexy. You want to flirt. It's a little romance mixed in. This Sunday is all about love and mystical energies, attuning to inspiration, feeling it. You know how I say, if you ain't feeling it, you ain't dealing it. Well, guess what? On Sunday, you're going to be feeling it. You're going to be dealing it. You're going to look sexy. You're going to feel good. Woo, girl. Go on a date on Sunday. If you got romance brewing, make sure to spend some time with your loved one on Sunday, because it's going to be it's just intense, good psychic vibe, sexy energy, feeling it, being in touch. That's how we end the week. You can't have a bad week when you end a week like that, can you? No. So there are all of our major transits. Now, you guys with me? All right. Now, a lot of you new here says, Psychic Bob, that's all cool, but I need to know about my horoscope sign. Well, that's what we're going to do now. We're going to spin around our big zodiac wheel. And every one of these spots is a zodiac sign. Everybody here is one of these signs. If you don't know what sign you are, listen up, because I'll read the birth dates after I announce the sign. So, for example, Aries is March 21st through April 19th. So if your birthday falls in that range, you are an Aries. Okay. So what? Hold on. What's that, Lamb Chop? What are you talking about? Get over here. Come up here. What is going on? Yes, you are an Aries. I don't care what Baroness tells you. She said you're a Capricorn. No, you are an Aries. Okay. All right. There you go. All right. So go over there and sit down. Know that you're an Aries. Okay. We're going to do your sign first. All right. All right. Well, you want to stay? All right. He wants to sit here while I do the Aries. All right. So Aries, let's start with you guys. All right. Aries is March 21st through April 19th. Ooh, Aries, right now you've got Jupiter placed in your sign in the 9th house. Whew. What's that mean? 9th house deals with education, knowledge, changing your life through learning. This is a time for you, Aries, because you got Jupiter that's going to give you extra abundance and blessings, particularly money area, to invest in knowledge. It's a great time for you, Aries. You've been wanting to go back to school, pick up a degree, get a certification. Aries, this week, focus on ways to advance your life through knowledge and education. Maybe you're Aries and you've been wanting to buy, a special software program for your home computer to help you develop your business, like a marketing design or graphics design. This week, Aries, it's all about learning, investing, and literally like physical. There's a little bit of money connected to this transition. Investing physical money and learning process to advance your life. So whatever way you think you could advance your life, maybe it's learning a new skill. Maybe you want to sign up for a home course on accounting. Maybe you even want to learn how to do graphic arts. Buy a class on there, join a class. Put some money and time and energy this week, Aries, into knowledge. That knowledge will move you forward. That's what you got to do. That's your homework. Go out and learn something. All right. Woo, glorify. All right. Next on our wheel is Taurus, and that's April 20th. No, you're not a Taurus. I told you you're an Aries. Why don't you go over there and sit down? All right. See that astrology book? All right. I want you to go over there and read that, and you'll see that you're an Aries. Okay. Yeah, go over there. Very good. Yes, right there. Thank you. All right. I'm going to get that book. Cola, you have got him all turned around. He thinks he's a Capricorn. He's not. All right. Next sign on our wheel is Taurus, and that's April 20th through May 20th. All right. Woo, girl. Let me tell you, Taurus, you are floating in the 10th house. You've got the North Node and the planet Uranus in your sign in the 10th house right now. It's kind of intense. Okay. That Uranian influence means things are going to shift radically. The North Node says the future. What's the future? What are we going for? You're at a crossroads right now where you, Taurus, I encourage you, be open to radical change. Don't get stuck in being rigid and inflexible, because there's a lot of shifting here for the future for you. Be open to radical change for success and growth, okay? You may have your projections, like I'm going to do this year and make this much money and do this. But according to the stars, and the alignments now, things are going to shift. Not necessarily bad. This is not about negative, because it's actually positive alignments for you guys. But it does mean for the maximum success, you got to be willing to let go of rigid structures and go with the flow and know that things may change from the way you think they should be. If you can do that, Taurus, guess what? You get a lot of blessings, because having Jupiter in your sign is like a power aspect. It's like you're winning, right? We all want to be winning, right? So we're going to be winning. All right, there we go. You got your homework. Be open to change. Gemini, May 21st through June 20th. You know, Gemini, right now you've got Mars floating in your sign in the 11th house. You are being called right now to be a voice of inspiration. Gemini, you're going to be feeling like you're channeling the most amazing thoughts all week long. Go for it. But here's the caveat. You can't keep it to yourself. You are being positioned astrologically to be a visible party to help others advance spiritually. And so this week, it's all about being an inspirer to others, an inspiration. Help people to see their dreams and to follow it. You guys might in this week have prophecies like about people you know. You might say, oh my gosh, I see my next door neighbor, little Johnny, going to university and becoming a doctor. And so you say, Johnny, have you ever thought about a career in medicine? He goes, gee, I kind of thought about it, but I never did. And you say it's the wise wisdom keeper, Gemini. You Gemini say, Johnny, why don't you explore it? You're going to start him on a whole path that will change his life. This is the power of Gemini. You have the power of influence, the power to inspire, the power to get people back on track. You might be a Gemini and you know a neighbor. You think, that neighbor a few years ago was doing really well. Then he got off into drinking and drugs and he's just let his life go. Gemini, instead of judging them, why don't you go visit that neighbor? Maybe you can encourage them to step into their power again. Maybe you can help them. Maybe they say, I would go to AA meetings, but I can't get there. You Geminis be the encourager. You say, you can do this. I'm going to help you. That's your work this week, Gemini. It's a very special work and a very sacred work, and I wouldn't take it lightly. So you Geminis, you got kind of an intense assignment this week. But Psychic Bob's here supporting you, and I have faith and confidence in you Geminis. So please help me in my mission by doing your mission, okay? Psychic Bob's here to bring truth to people. But sometimes, like Santa, I need some helpers in the world. So those of you who are hearing this that are Geminis, if you do that work, you'll be helping me do my work. Blessings to you. Thank you, guys. All right. Ooh, I got to drink some Earl Grey tea. I don't know what they put in, but it gets me alive, All right. Next sign on our wheel is Cancer. Cancer is June 21st through July 22nd. Let me see what's going on here. Yeah, Cancer, right now, your sign is moving into the 12th house. The 12th house brings in mysteries, occult mysteries, the spirit world, all of that. Cancer, this is your week to be a psychic. And if you're a Cancer and you say, I don't know anything about that, explore the occult mysteries. There's a lot of energy for Cancers this week to do learning about the occult, to explore it, to delve into the mysteries. Did Atlantis really exist? Let's find out. Do people come from the dead to speak to us? Let's find out. Is magic real? Let's find out. So Cancer, this week, it's all about being a student of the occult and see where it takes you. The mysteries are waiting for you, Cancer. Go and unlock them, and you will be blessed this week. Glorified. Woo! All right. So Cancer, you know what you got to do. All right. Next on our wheel is Leo, July 23rd through August 22nd. Hold on a second. I can't see my text here. Just so you know, I scribble all my notes by hand. That's what I'm trying to read. All right. I do everything by hand. I'm from another generation. I even do my charts by hand. All right. So, Leo, this week, you need to shine your light as brightly as you can. You see, right now, you're moving between the 12th house and the 1st house. This for you means you're bigger than life to the world, but it also means at the same time, you're dwelling on the depths of the soul. It's an interesting kind of place to be, and you may feel a little like you want to retreat from the world. But with that first house action, that means you're coming out into the world, shining bright. All right. So we're only here for a little while. And you may have a sense this week, Leo, of mixed emotions, excitement, happiness, grief, melancholy. You're walking between kind of both of those this week. So, first of all, Leo, be gentle with yourself. You're fine just as you are. But I want you to, wherever you are, think, how can I bring light and joy? And then when you're done with that, retreat to yourself and say, what will I find with my inner wealth? It's a mix for you this week of walking in the outer world and working on the inner world. But you know what, Leo? You need to do it. And astrology supports you. The stars are in alignment. You just try it. You'll be blessed. Thank you so very much. Yay, Leo. All right, next on our wheel is Virgo, August 23rd through September 22nd. Virgo, this week right now, you are floating through the second house. You don't have any plan. It's a quiet week for you. Virgo, this is your week just to take time for you. This is the week where Virgos have to say, where am I in my life? Am I where I want to be? What do I need to do to change that if I'm not where I want to be? Or maybe you're right where you are. And if you're thinking, I've got everything accomplished, now it's time for you to say, well, what's my next goal? What's my next expansion? All of these sorts of thoughts require some quiet time, some downtime, some me time, if you will. So this week, Virgo, you get to retreat from the world, have some downtime, some quiet time, some me time. All right. And you want to find out what your goal is. Where are you on your journey? Where do you need to be? What do you need to do to get there? Kind of intense thoughts. But you know what? You're ready for it. When the cosmos supports that type of energy, it's not hard to go through. Okay? I think that will help you. So this week, it's all about retreat time for Virgo. Excuse me. Next sign on our wheel, spin around. Oh, we haven't done the Zodiac Wheel song today. Come on, y'all. Some of you know this song. The wheel of the Zodiac goes round and round, round and round, round and round. Wheel of the Zodiac goes round and round all the livelong day. That's going to be stuck in your head all night. All right, Libra. Something in the tea. Libra, September 22nd through October 22nd. Libras, like the Virgos, you get a break this week. Your sign is floating in the third house with no planetary activity. No planetary activity doesn't mean that it's depressing or bad. It just means all is calm. There's nothing that's pulling on you right now. The third house deals with mental activity. It deals with our thoughts, what we're thinking about, how we feel about life. Like the Virgos, Libra, this week is your time for a break. You want to slow down and honor your higher self. Go within and reconnect to you. Find out who you are. What does your higher self say? If you haven't been to my psychic development class last week, you missed. We've been teaching on the higher self. You might want to explore that, Libras. So this is your break time. Like the Virgos, it's retreat. Get out of the world's fray. Think about your life, where you've come from, where you're going. Think about how you feel about everything. And be open to whatever comes up. Sometimes when we slow down, we have these amazing insights to things we never even thought about. But that only happens when we give ourselves time. So Libra, you get my permission. If you need anybody's, not that you need it, but if you do, you feel like, you can say, well, Psychic Bob told me I can have a break this week. And if that doesn't work, then you say, the cosmos has told me. Not only can I have a break, I should have a break. You're going to be fine. Just make it a quiet week. And like I said, for all purposes, Libra, On Thursday, do not try to be the peacemaker. The wolves will turn and devour you. See, Libras like to always try to make everything good with people. I love that about them, but not on Thursday. All right. You got your work cut out for you. You and the Virgos can have a little retreat together. All right. All right. Next sign on our wheel. Scorpios. Wait, did I do Scorpio? No. Scorpio, October 23rd through November 21st. You know, Scorpios, I'm going to lump you in with the Libras and Virgos this week because you've got your moon, which is your ruling planet right now, in the fourth house. Fourth house makes you, again, focus within. It's similar to the third house, about mental activity. And it's about intuitiveness and connection to yourself and to others. This week, Scorpio, like the Libras and Virgos, you got to focus on your inner life, inner peace, and your intuitive connections. If you're a Scorpio and you're feeling a little out of sorts, like, you just feel like you've lost some connection with your friends or family members or loved ones, all right, go back and revisit those relationships and see where you might sense that you could build a bridge. You could restore a broken link, okay? As much as we like to think we go through life alone, we don't need anybody. Our society says, be tough. You don't need to rely on people. The truth is we do. And Scorpio, you feel those links probably more intently than most people. I was like, I'm wearing a chain today, right? What is a chain? It's made up of links. It's all interconnected. I break a link here, the whole chain falls apart. So those links are important, Scorpio, and that's what you want to focus on. Where can you strengthen ties? Where can you strengthen links? Where can you build peace? That's what you got to do. Blessings to you, Scorpios. There's your homework. All right, there's Sagittarius next on November 22nd through December 21st. Right now, Sag, you are floating your sign with no planets in it between the fourth and fifth houses this week. The fourth house is about inner nurturing, intuitiveness, just what you need. The fifth house is more outer world focused, about how do you serve and live in a practical way. And so this week for you, it's about coming back into balance between what nurtures you, how you take that into the world, and also what from the world drains you and takes away your nurturing. I would say, if I were to kind of put this in a term that would make a little more sense, I would say work-life balance or work-play balance. Are you working all the time? All right, you're doing the fifth house, but are you nurturing yourself? That's the fourth house. When our signs fall in these houses, they're sources of power and awareness for us. So you've got to work, Sag, on your life-work balance this week, how you're living your daily routine, and how you're having fun, and maybe sometimes breaking that routine, because we have to play as much as we work. And Sagittarius, I must say, most of the Sagittarius that I know always fall more on the side of working because they're very goal-oriented. For some Sagittarius, it's hard to relax, like they feel like they have to be doing something. But this week, Sag, I want you to explore what it's like to do nothing. You'll get all your goals accomplished because that's just what you Sagittarius do. But did you take time to give yourself nurturing? Did you have a bubble bath? Maybe you didn't do that. Take an extra long shower or a bath. Maybe you want to go to a spa and have a massage, or have your nails done, or get a hair done. Have a facial. Life, work, balance. That's your project. All right. Woo! I won't sing it again. Capricorn is our next sign. December 22nd through January 19th. All right, Cappies. What is going on? Right now, you are floating between the fifth house, which is that outer world house, and the sixth house. Similar to Sagittarius, they're in the fourth and the fifth. The fifth house, in your case, from what I can see with the alignments, doesn't just deal with daily life, it deals with romance as well. Okay? So you are floating between how to incorporate romance and yet live a normal life. So for you Cappies right now, it's kind of, again, similar to Sages, but it's more on the intimate level. Like, how do I be in love? How do I maintain my relationship? And how do I live my daily life as I've always known it? You interestingly have Pluto also in the sign of Capricorn in the sixth house. Pluto deals with partnerships, particularly domestic partnerships. And so that planet gives you the ability to form bonds and unions with others. And in any case, it can indicate marriage as well. And that alignment really promotes success. So if you're a Capricorn and you're new to a relationship or new to a new phase of a relationship, draw off that Pluto power and know that the universe right now is supporting you to support you in your relationship and not have to disrupt your life, but that relationship can enhance your life. You know, some relationships, disrupt our lives. If you've ever had a dysfunctional family member, like somebody who's strung out on drugs, right? You love them, but boy, they throw, kind of a dysfunction into your day and mess up your peace. Capricorns, with this Pluto alignment, you get blessing to embrace relationship and to make it strong. I hope that helps. Yay, all right. Now, our next sign on our wheel. Oh, I have to sing it. Please let me sing it, Cola. The wheel of the zodiac goes round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheel of the zodiac goes round and round all the livelong day. Glorified. All right, next sign on our wheel is Aquarius, January 20th through February 18th. Capricorn, Cola, there's Bear's good. Bob, repeat Capricorn, LOL. Now you got to go back and rewatch it. It's a lot there. Go study it. All right. Aquarius, January 20th through February 18th. Ooh, Aquarius, right now your sign is floating through the seventh house and you've got the sun and Jupiter in your sign. Whew. This house also deals with partnerships and alignments and marriage. The sun says, what are you focusing on? And according to the astrology, Aquarius right now have a lot of power to focus on close relationships and partnerships, whether business and or marriage. And if you think about marriage as kind of like a business arrangement too, there's some elements of that. So Aquarius, this week you want to focus, let that sun give you clarity in your romance as well as your business life. You also have Saturn in here. Now, Saturn is the traditional ruling planet of Aquarius. These days, Uranus is considered a planet, but both of them are ruling planets, I think. And Saturn gives balance. It gives, control, so you're not just radical. It gives you focused control and the ability to move on these relationships and to work on them, So I think this is very exciting right now because Aquarians are normally way up in the air, but that Saturn gives a way to ground us and help us focus. So this week, Aquarius, you've got power of the sun to work on your goals, to work on your relationships, to evaluate them in a clear way, to form partnerships and alliances. So it's a good week, especially if you're an Aquarius in a relationship with a Capricorn. We're both working on it. Right, Cola? All right. So there's Aquarius. You got your homework for the week. And our next sign on the wheel, our next sign on the wheel, it's only one wheel. February 19th through March 20th is Pisces. Pisces, right now, your sign is floating through the 8th house. You've got Neptune in your sign, which is your ruling planet in this 8th house. 8th house deals with group efforts and group successes and group experiences. And seeing that ruling planet is so predominantly placed on your chart right now, I really feel that this is talking about your psychic mind being at its max, at its height. But it also means that power is emanating, is that the word I want to say? It's being shared with everybody in your inner circle. And so I feel like this alignment is promoting around Pisces what I call the psychic hive mind. If you're a Pisces and you suddenly have your friends or associates calling you at 3 in the morning saying, I had a dream that our office building was on fire. And then you say, oh my God, I had the same dream. And that morning you go to the office and one of the other assistants said, I had a dream our office was on fire. Guess what? You're sharing in the psychic hive mind. Don't ignore those prophecies. Don't chalk it up to, well, isn't that coincidental? This is a power that is flowing around Pisces. So Pisces, some of you Pisces say, well, I never get psychic messages from myself. You do more than you realize. But if you're one of these Pisces who say, well, I never get anything for myself, listen to those around you this week. They also are the voices of prophecy and of the spirit and of the psychic hive mind. And as you share your visions, your intuitions, your inspirations with those in your group, they will share theirs with you, and you will get evidence that the psychic hive mind is working. Did y'all ever see, what was that show? Star Trek, The Next Generation. You remember the Borg? They had like a one mind. It's a really interesting episode. Well, this is kind of like Borg mind, but in a positive way, not a controlling way. It's not like you're going to know everything about everybody and have your privacy invaded. But it is kind of an interesting flow of knowledge, of inspiration. And for those of you Pisces who have like a team that you work with, you work at a job where you've got like a little group that you always have to interact with, watch this, because this is the psychic hive mind will give you the power to kind of break out of stuck positions. So let's say you're trying to finish a report and it's like, for whatever reason, it's like the printer breaks down one day and then somebody can't be there to finish their part of the report. It's like you just get stuck. This week, that there's going to be kind of this synchronicity in this flow that's like the printer starts working, the person finishes their section, the editors get to do their part. And it's like that also is part of the psychic comment. It's like we're all in flow, we're back in the flow. It's really good. So you're going to have a good week, Pisces, except maybe on Thursday. I terrorized you guys with Thursday. I'm sorry. I just am really shocked. When I see these alignments like Thursday, I have to be a little nervous. But like I always say, forewarned is forearmed, okay? So this is our week. We've spun around our wheel. We've covered all our zodiac signs. I hope that you've gotten something good out of this tonight, okay? Anyways, I have just a few minutes here before I close out, but I want to see if anybody has any astrology questions tonight. I'm not doing psychic readings. It's my day off. I'm just talking about astrology. But if you have some about that. Cola says, Bob, repeat Cappy and Aqua again. Now you have to go back and watch it, Cola. But it's very interesting. All right. Thank you, Angela. Angela Prayer Poem says, unconditionally loving hugs to everyone. Thank you, dear. Thanks for being here. All right. Tammy Sabrina says, what astrology for Aquarius and Cancer marriage? Well, when we talk about marriage, we're going to have to look at the individual charts. Aquarius is an air sign. Interesting, Aquarius stimulates water. Cancers are deep in feeling. Some of the challenge, there's good things and bad things about all alignments. And again, it comes down to the individual chart. But just in a general term, I could say the good part of Aquarius and Cancer in terms of marriage is that the Cancer helps the Aquarian get in touch with their emotions. One of the challenges is that Cancers feel everything deeply. Aquarians are sometimes very aloof and unconnected to their emotions. I know this as an Aquarius. Sometimes I'm a little distant emotionally. Don't mean to be, but it does happen. And so those two help balance each other. Sometimes when the Cancer person is in a state of emotions, the Aquarius have a cool clarity and calm that can break them out of an emotional crisis to see a bigger picture. So they each have their pluses and their negatives. But I think it can work as long as each sign understands what their talents are and how they can bring that to help their partner. So that's my thought on that. Hope that helps a little. Oops, hold on. I just lost our chat here. Baroness Kolobob says, yeah, what's with the marriage in Capricorn and Aquarius? That's our signs, LOL. Well, interestingly, Baroness, as you go back and watch, both signs are working on integrating deeper connections and relationships. And both of the signs are focused on marriage, and the cosmos is bringing power to bring unity and marriage to both of the signs. Pretty cool. All right, so there you go. Amsterdam says, how many houses are there? There are actually 12 houses, just like there are 12 zodiac signs. Up here, you see all these numbers. These are not the houses. I don't know what those are. They just put them up there. I think that's like, I don't know, like dividing the sign into segments, thirds. But it's, oh, those are degrees. Yeah, 36, 360 degrees. But anyway, so yeah, there are 12 houses, and each house has a specific meaning or a range of meanings. First house is about the outer world. Second house interest is about the inner world for a person. And it goes through all the 12. I won't go through all 12 now, but there are 12 houses. All right. Angela Prayer Poem just says, I feel like hugging the world today. I think my own candle ceremony for everyone else is vibing with me. LOL. Well, you know, as you put out whatever you put into the world, Wicca says returns to you threefold. So if you're doing good and helping, threefold good comes back to you. You know? Yes, Cola, there are 12 zodiac houses, just like 12 signs. And the signs throughout the year move through all 12. Okay. Each of the houses, that would be like an hour-long discussion, hun. So we'll have to visit that later. We're at the end of our time here, so I'm not going to go through all of it. But each house does have a meaning. All right. Tammy Sabrina says, both our phones are acting up. Well, let me see. What's today? Well, you know, the sun or the moon is about to move over into Sagittarius. That gives extra firepower. That might short out some circuitry along the way. All right. Thank you so much. Thanks for being here, guys. I see a lot of you going now. Well, anyways, it's getting late, so I'm going to wrap it up. But I hope that this has been helpful for you tonight. I've enjoyed it. And now it's my time to relax. You know, Monday's supposed to be my day. I really didn't get a day off today. I've been just stressed out dealing with all this scammers trying to destroy my business and to wipe out my clients' finances. If you are one of my clients or if you have been approached by somebody claiming to be me, I do not approach people on the internet. People know where I am. I'm not saying this to brag. I'm well enough known that I don't have to go out and market myself. I just have that much business. People come to me. Everybody knows where I am. So if somebody's writing to you saying, hi, I'm Psychic Bob. I'd love to offer you a reading for $25 or $40 or whatever number, it's not me. Please do not engage with them. Please notify Instagram or whoever they're contacting you through. Do not give out any information on yourself because they will try to wipe out your bank accounts and steal your identity. As I said, I will be meeting with federal authorities this week to go after them with federal crimes. And I'll let you know as I can talk about it. For those of you who are in the background helping me, do not give your names away or identities at this time. I need you to stay incognito. And thank you for your service in helping break this case. The name of the lady, I'm going to give it out publicly. Her name is Ruth Akongo. She operates out of 3 different locations, one in Kenya, one in Nigeria. And she's also located in Baltimore, Maryland. Do not call her and threaten her and say, Psychic Bob, how dare you? Do not. I have federal people getting involved. Stay out of it, please. But be aware, if you're approached by a lady named Ruth saying she's trained by me or doing readings on my behalf or will help you because Psychic Bob is busy, do not engage with her. She will wipe out your finances. Thank you very much, guys. I'm so sorry to bring that to you. Thank you, Robin. Robin says, thank you, Bob and Cole. So sorry you have to be dealing with that scammer. Get some rest. Enjoyed tonight. I enjoyed it tonight, guys. Listen, thank you for being here. I love you all. Be back here tomorrow, Tuesday, 12 o'clock noon, live stream messages from the spirit world. Bring your psychic questions. We're going to open the door to the spirit world, see what the spirit people bring over for us. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Blessings to you. And as I always say, I got to say one more thing. If you're at a time of struggle in your life, don't give in to despair. Just pause, take a deep breath, and look to the heavens, look to the stars. For that wheel of the zodiac is above us. It is always in motion and spinning. And each day it brings new alignments for blessing, prosperity, and power. So let the stars be your allies on your journey. Keep a little faith, hope, and love in your hearts, and you're going to rock it. I love you guys. Thanks for being here. Thank you for all your support. Psychic Bob loves you. We'll see you back here tomorrow for messages from the spirit world, 12 o'clock noon Eastern time here at Spirit Channel. I love you guys. Good night. Time to Netflix and chill.